Hi ladies, it's Tara O'Connell here. I am delivering, on behalf of Peace and Katie, I'm delivering this month's mini challenge. Now this month, what we're going to do is get crystal clear on any areas of your business that might have some leaks. So that might really just need a couple of tweaks to significantly increase your success and the output of your business. But first, just quickly to introduce myself, I'm Tara O'Connell. I'm the owner of the Tarani Group, the Baby Diaries, which is an app, and taraoconnell.com. I've had my own small business, my home-based business, for 10 years now. So I've just celebrated that 10-year anniversary of the Tarani Group. And so in terms of running a home-based business and juggling everything that we need to juggle, or moving from juggling to actually being present and doing one thing at a time, I've had a little bit of experience in this area. And so what I've done is I've created something called the Shine Business Checklist. So this month's mini challenge is all about raising the awareness that you have towards your business. Now that might sound like a really obvious thing, but awareness is the first step. Awareness is the first step to any change. So what I've done is I've created the Shine Business Growth Checklist, and the link is here for you to download that checklist. Now you don't need to print it. It's a completely fillable PDF because I'm all about saving the earth. So I don't need you to print it. If you're a pen and paper person, print it out and you can go through and tick, but you don't need to. So the checklist is all about awareness raising and then taking action, because I believe the formula is awareness plus action equals success. So step one in this mini challenge is awareness raising. You'll see that there are a couple of introductory pages when you've downloaded it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go through the checklist together. So if you could put me on hold, download the checklist. Now this is going to take about 15 to 20 minutes of your time. You can do this over a couple of sessions, but it's not a big investment of your time, but the outputs from this can be huge. So go and download it and come on back. Welcome back. Okay, now there are 7 sections of this plan. So we're going to do this in 7 different chunks. Each section is only 1 page with a few questions. It's not a lot of time commitment from you, but hopefully the output will be significant. Now, the first section we're doing together, which you will see there, is workspace. So what I'd like you to do is firstly go through the workspace list and give yourself or your workspace a rating. So, for example, does your workspace inspire you? Are you inspired by your workspace? You can see across the top, the check boxes are inadequate. It really doesn't inspire you at all. In fact, it probably does the opposite. Average, you're getting by. Above average. Or it's absolutely fantastic. It's a shining star. You love your workspace. It is so inspiring. So that's how the score system works. So the first one was actually location. Then we've got whether or not the workspace inspires you. How is your desk? Now, firstly, is your desk free from clutter? But secondly, is your desk physically appropriate for you? So is it the right height, the right width, all of those things? How is your desk? How is your chair? Now, if like me, you find at the end of your days that you've got a really sore upper back or a really sore neck, the chances are your chair or your desk may need some adjustment or may need something more significant like replacing. The lighting. Now, any of you who have worked in corporate will know that the lighting in an office is so important that it is part of the environmental health and safety strategies within companies. So if you were working for a big corporation, would the lighting in your office be seen as appropriate? Ergonomically sound, safe. Cleanliness. How's the cleanliness in your office? A cluttered, dirty environment is not an environment where you're going to wow the world with your creative genius. Is it free from clutter? How's the computer? So again, physically, how is it? But also, have you had this computer for 10 years? If so, it might be time to upgrade. Things like that. So just having a look. Now, I'm not saying you need to upgrade straight away. It might be something just to put on the plan, but awareness is the first step. Hardware, software, look and feel, and anything else you can think of within your workspace environment. Now, when you get through that first page, just sit for a moment with it. Have a look at anything that was really in that inadequate, unacceptable category. If there's anything in that category, then I suggest you'll need to take some action. Now, you might need to consult with other family members if you have a home-based office, other team members if you're in an actual office outside of the home. But if you had any areas that came up as inadequate, you need to take some action towards those. Now, I'm not suggesting spending money or spending a lot of money. Just make some small tweaks that are at least going to move it into that average column, and you'll find that your productivity and your outputs will increase as well. Please put me on hold at any time and then come back, because the next page we're looking at now is your business's online performance. Now, as you know, I have the Baby Diaries. The Baby Diaries is an app. It's been downloaded on every continent on earth in 15 languages. So that online performance is that component of that company is going fabulously. Other areas within this would be very average. So, you know, there are no businesses that are absolutely perfect, but if we can maintain our level of awareness and keep continuously improving, then all of those other results, like financial results, will improve as well, our own satisfaction and so on. Now, the next one, as I said, is online performance. So the first one is your website. Are you proud of your website design? How do you feel about the website design? Does it need a few tweaks, or are you really happy with it? So is it inadequate? That would probably be that you don't have a website. Average, above average, or a shining star. How's the content? So if perhaps your website content was a little outdated, or it just needs a little bit of a freshen up, then that might be something that you would like to mark down here as one of your proposed actions. How's the functionality of the website? Now, for example, I have my taraoconnell.com website. At the moment, the functionality is bad, really bad. So I'm actually upgrading to a brand new membership site, because the functionality for the girls in there doing my Shine Online program, the functionality of it was clunky. So I identified that as inadequate, and I'm updating. Do you have visitation statistics? And if not, you'll need to get those. You need to know, you spend all this time and money on a website, you need to know who's going and how long they're staying there. So you might need Google Analytics, for example, if you don't already have that. Do you do a blog, a video blog, or a newsletter? And if so, is it consistent? So are you consistently doing it once a week or once a month? Or how regular is that vlog, blog, or newsletter, so that people can get to know you, like you, and trust you? Do you use SEO? How would you rate that? Inadequate, average, above average, or great? Again, for me, I need to do some work in that area. It's an area I'm highly aware of that needs some action. How's your social media presence? So I always say, if you're going to have a presence on social media, you need to be present, and that means posting every day. So how would you rate your social media presence? Does it need any work, or are you really happy with that? Social media engagement. So are the posts you're doing actually getting engagement from people? Your social media frequency, again, how frequently are you on social media? So if it's Facebook, you should be there 2 or 3 times a day, for example. Your understanding of social media, is this an area that you feel like you're a shining star in terms of awareness and understanding? Or could you do with a little bit of online training, or just doing some research yourself on, hashtags or whatever it might be for you? The next one is your database. So how's your database looking? Is it a clean database? So are these prospective clients that are on your database? Is it a database that's growing? Have you got database growth strategies in place? Or does it perhaps need some work? The next one's one of my favorites, automated communication. Now, how automated is your email system, is your communication system with your customers or your prospective customers? I love automation because it makes life a lot easier. So things like MailChimp or whatever programs you're using can really make your life a lot easier. How are your conversions? So firstly, do you know your conversion rate? So do you know how many visitors are coming to your website? And of those visitors, how many are buying? And if not, then that would be your first step, is to actually start looking at those statistics. And if you've got a really high conversion rate of clicks to sales, then that's awesome. If you're not aware of or they're not going well, then that's something for you on your action list, because we can't change anything that we're not measuring. So you need to measure. And the last one here is how would you rate the knowledge that you have of your avatar's online behavior? So do you know where your customers and potential customers are spending time online and when they're there and so forth? Now, there's a whole lot of research out there about this stuff, so you can actually get a heightened level of awareness freely and easily by getting things like the Mums Now survey. Okay, moving right along, we are now on marketing and PR. So you'll see down here, each one of these points is something that you'll need to rate for how you feel your business is performing at the moment. So media engagement. Firstly, are you sending information to the media? Are you sending press releases and so on? And if you are they being picked up? So how's the level of engagement with the media at the moment? How's your media list? So hopefully you have a media list, and I just keep mine in Excel, but I try to update it about once a quarter, because like every industry, people come and go, journalists move around. So just keep a fairly up-to-date list so that when you do send media releases, you can address the journalist by name and you know that they're going to get that press release from you. Networking. Networking is a biggie, and I guess being members of the Ozmompreneur Network, we understand the value of networking. Now, my idea of networking is not just heading down to the local networking event here in Newcastle, where I live, where I may walk in, not know anyone, don't know if they're my target market, go around giving out business cards. That's not my idea of fun. It's not my idea of a good time. And I don't see that as, for me, a valuable use of my time. But coming along to the Ozmompreneur conference or to the events with like-minded, amazing women like you, that's my idea of fun. So I'm enjoying the process and building connections all the time. So networking is fantastic when it's in your zone of when you're not necessarily in your comfort zone, but you're comfortable doing it, knowing that it's got some really good outcomes for your business. The next one is partnerships. So is your business partner ready? Is your business partner friendly? Is your business looking to develop partnerships, like marketing partnerships and so forth? Now, you may have heard me say many times that partnership marketing, marketing partnerships helped me put my app, the Baby Diaries, in front of 1 million of my ideal customers in a 6-week period of 2015 without me spending a cent. And that was all through partnerships. So partnerships are awesome. I love them. If you haven't heard Simone Novello's talk on partnerships, then do your best to have a listen to her and just check out some of her resources on partnership marketing. How's your business branding and your personal branding? So you can mark those accordingly. Your elevator pitch. Do you have a short, sharp elevator pitch that you remember? So no more stumbling over that what do you do for a living question. And how is your virality and shareability? So within your business, hopefully you have systems in place to go viral. And when I say viral, I don't mean those crazy cat videos. I just mean that other people are sharing your content, marketing for you. So you've got brand ambassadors out there that you don't even know. Again, how is your database when it comes to your marketing and PR? How is your authenticity? So do you have a really clear understanding of what your competitive advantage is? So the competitive advantage of your business, what is it that makes your business stand out and shine brighter than others around you? And I know the answer to this question, it is you. So no other business has you. You are the only one of you in the world. You are the only person with all the skills, experience, resources, knowledge, awareness. You are the only one of you. And so I don't care if the person next door actually goes and sets up the exact same business as you. You are still the one with the competitive advantage because you have you. Now, the next section is finance, really super important, ladies. So we're talking in this section about systems. How are your financial management systems? So rate those. Your accountant, are you happy with your accountant? Do you have a proactive accountant? Are they an accountant who asks you questions? Are you meeting with your accountant regularly? Budget. So do you have a budget? I know a lot of us don't have budgets and we need them. It's like business planning. We need one of those too. I'm in the process of creating a paint by numbers budgeting template. So that'll be available soon and you'll probably see that through the Osmompreneur Network. Are you paying yourself a salary? Now, even if it's just a small amount, but you're paying yourself on a regular basis, that's important. How are your savings? Do you have well-managed debts? How's your profitability? Are you undercharging? I know a lot of us do. A lot of us undercharge. So just be brave when it comes to pricing. Are you tracking your income? Are you tracking your expenses? Are you reviewing your profit and loss, your financial reports at least monthly? Just staying on track of those financial reports. If someone else is doing the work for you, they're still producing reports that you can have a look at. Now, your products and services. This will be different for everyone, but just have a look through the sheet that's titled Products and Services and go through there and do the same process of rating as inadequate, average, above average, or great for things like your products and service design, functionality, the manufacturing process, the service delivery, the distribution channels. Does it solve a problem? And if so, do you know what that problem is that it's solving? Very important in marketing. Second last is mindset. So important. I put out a blog post recently about the secret ingredient that every successful person shares, and that is self-belief. So self-belief in business is so important, the same as it is for athletes. If they don't believe that they will win the race, they're not going to win the race. So self-belief is so powerful. And so this one, mindset, is all about how is your self-talk? Can you hear a voice in your head doing these ones sometimes? So just be aware of that voice, that critical inner voice. We all have it. You know, the one that says, who do you think you are? You may as well just keep playing small, that's easier. What will people say? Just that voice, that one that needs to go away and have a cup of tea and a biscuit sometimes. So be really aware and turn it around to some positive self-talk. Maybe have some positive affirmations around your office or your home if you're into that. How are you feeling in terms of your level of overwhelm? Because we try to take on a lot as mumpreneurs, we can sometimes get overwhelmed. I know I certainly suffer from this at times. So how's your overwhelm at the moment? How's your self-confidence? How are you feeling in terms of your confidence? How are your boundaries? Now, this is really important, particularly if you have a home-based office. You need some really clear boundaries about workspace, work time, all of those things for yourself and for others. How's your money mindset? So hopefully you have a positive money mindset, a money mindset of abundance. But if not, then just make a note of this, because there are some great courses out there, some books out there that you can read or do that will help you improve your money mindset, which will then improve your financial position. Do you have a business that's aligned to your values? How's your productivity? And are you open to ongoing learning? Now, getting back to that corporate example, we as employees or as senior managers and even as a CEO, we were always encouraged to do ongoing learning. but then we go and work for ourselves, and sometimes that can fall off the radar. So just make sure that ongoing learning is part of your ongoing yearly budget. And that leads beautifully into the very last page, which is personal professional development. Now, do you have clearly defined goals? Do you have a goal tracking system? Do you have mentors or a coach? Do you have professional advisors? So are you surrounded by the right people? Because you can't know everything. I'm pretty sure my teenage son does. He knows everything. But apart from him, the rest of us don't know everything. So training and courses and education. Are you reading books? Are you listening to audiobooks? Are you doing your meditation? How is your stress management? Do you have a training and development plan? And I put in here, do you have me time? Now, this was before I read Kate Christie's book. So now I'm saying, do you have me time, and do you have the book Me Time? Definitely worth a read. So that, my friends, is the mini challenge for February. Go through the system. Go through and tick, and start with anything that you've identified as inadequate, and that is absolutely going to be where you start identifying some actions, whether they're small. I encourage you to just take any action, as small as it might seem, because action then enables more action. And awareness plus action equals success. So that is our February mini challenge. I hope that this has given you a significant amount of new awareness of any leaks that might be in your business system, and certainly identified some actions that you can take straight away that are going to make you absolutely thrive in business. So well done on completing this month's mini challenge. Bye for now.